Here it is, an introduction to the company's new Performance Management and Development Program. As a valued associate, you will participate in the new Performance Management and Development Program. What is performance management? Performance management is an ongoing process that helps lay the framework to ensure your goals are consistently met, efficiently and effectively. It also helps you align your individual goals with the company's goals. It's a process that encourages accountability, timely interactive feedback, and coaching between you, your manager, and team members. In addition, it will help you build the skills necessary to be successful in your job. The new Performance Management and Development Program is linked to our company culture and values, which are people, passion, and performance. By understanding how your performance directly relates to one of these behaviors, it encourages you to remember why everything you do in your job each day supports our company culture and shared values. Introduction to the Performance Management and Development Program will be broken down into 3 segments: goal and objective setting, competencies, and the performance management process. This segment, goal and objective setting, is the first segment of your training. It provides information on how to learn about work priorities and helps you understand what effective goals and objectives are. For managers, this training will help you learn how to write goals and objectives not only for yourself, but also for your team members. The goal-setting process is a formal process where you define target goals or objectives and how you want to achieve them in the current period. These goals should support the team, department, business unit, or the overall company strategy and priorities. In some situations, goals may be automatically assigned to you by your manager or the company. This may occur when the company has a specific focus or initiative for the year. A goal is most powerful when it aligns or supports the strategy of the company. You should understand how your goals and objectives in your job support the company's strategic vision. To develop and set goals that support the company's strategy and priorities, it is best to use a SMART goal model. SMART goals summarize performance expectations and spell out each step to achieve a specific goal in a practical, quantifiable, observable, and predictable manner. What does that all mean? Let us show you. SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. By breaking out each part of the goal-setting process, it helps ensure that goals are actionable and achievable. Now let's go into detail about what each letter means. The letter S in the SMART acronym stands for specific. Goal objectives should address the who, what, when, where, and why. Do you have a detailed description of your goal? You should be able to answer this question about your goals using the 5 W's that were just mentioned. Specific goals include a clear picture in your mind as to what you want to achieve. You may say to yourself, "We want to increase sales or cut costs." This goal is not specific enough. A precise picture of what you want the end result to be is essential to achieve the goal. Let's look at a specific goal. I want to reduce operational expenses by 10% within the next 6 months by reducing supply expenses and eliminating the need for associate overtime. In this example, the specific goal is to cut down the operational costs by 10% within a specific time frame of 6 months. Saving the cost of operations by 10% will be the primary target that you have set out to achieve in the next 6 months. Now let's take a look at the letter M. The letter M is for measurable. Goals are measurable when you can quantify them. In this step, the objective and goal needs to have criteria that you can measure and assess. For example, a measurable goal would be, by the end of the year, I want to increase my knowledge regarding consumer interactions and demonstrations by conducting 3 events out in a field location. You would be able to measure this goal within the targeted time frame and by the specific number of events completed. A is for achievable. Goals need to be challenging yet reachable. Remember, if the goal is too easy, you may not feel encouraged or you may become bored. If your goal is too challenging, you may become dissatisfied or have resentment towards your goal if it can't be met. Goals should be within your control and influence. It can be considered a stretch goal, but your goal still needs to be feasible. Here is an example of an achievable goal. Workday is the new HRIS system in our company. I want my employees to be trained on how to use the software within the next 4 weeks. Next, let's talk about the letter R. The letter R is for relevant. This means that the goal relates to the mission of the company or department. These goals should relate to your key accountabilities or have a direct link to the company's strategy. For example, the company's goal is to increase revenue by 20%. A relevant goal would be, increase department sales by 10% by the end of the year. Now let's move on to the last letter, T. T is for time bound. It is best to establish a time frame or target date for the completion of each task of the goal. Determine how long you will give yourself to reach this goal, either in days, weeks, or months, or set up a specific date. For example, a time-bound goal would be, train all my associates on how to use Workday self-service by August 21st, 2013. Now that we have learned the SMART acronym, here are some additional things to consider when writing SMART goals. Goals can be either developmental or performance-based. A good goal plan will have a mix of both performance and developmental-based goals. A performance-based goal is designed to achieve specific objectives which are usually linked to your job and could involve problem-solving, innovation, or implementation of some type of improvement. A developmental goal may help enhance your performance in your current role, possibly increasing your knowledge and skills. It could also help prepare you for a new or future role. After you determine the goal type, break each goal down into specific tasks. Determine which tasks need to be completed sequentially. Describe measurable results or outcomes. Determine what resources are needed and make sure that you have them available. Establish a time frame for the completion of each task. Set up milestones. Lastly, consider the potential obstacles and map out possible solutions. Here are some more examples of SMART goals related to our company's strategic vision. I will eliminate overtime hours at my location by September 1st by teaching time management skills, improved scheduling, consistently reviewing work assignments, and improving processes. I am going to increase my business unit's sales by 15% for 2013. I will identify and contact 2 current suppliers by June 30th to negotiate a reduction in supply costs by 10%. I will research and analyze mailing and postage expenses by May 30th and implement 2 strategies to reduce costs by November 1st. I will conduct one-on-one meetings every other week with each of my direct reports beginning May 1st. Evidence shows that there is a direct relationship between the articulation of SMART goals and the successful accomplishment of tasks. You can employ SMART goals to promote teamwork, participative decision-making, and responsibility among employees. Remember, the Performance Management and Development Program is intended to be an ongoing and interactive process. So take time to make sure your goals and the goals you make for you and your team fit into the SMART model. It will help you to ensure success. This concludes your training on goals and objective setting. Thank you.